pin that red ribbon and settle for second best. It's time for this week's movie news. I'm Shane, and as you can see, I'm flying solo this week. Get well soon, Chris. But hey, that doesn't mean we let you get by without getting newsed. I've got a few stories here that caught my attention this past week, and I think you'll like them. Of course, last week, right after we finished filming the news segment, this news dropped that Terrifier 3 is officially official. Yeah, we kind of all knew this was coming. Obviously, Chris and I were huge fans of Terrifier 2. We got a chance to talk to executive producer Steve Barton about it even. Terrifier 3, though, is officially official. Moving forward, it's going to be launched worldwide sales by The Coven, which is a France-based distribution outfit, I guess. Of course, Damon Leone, Steve Barton, David Howard Thornton, the cast and crew is expected to return. One of the interesting things we find out about this one, though, is that the threequel, of course, is going to be looking at a low to mid seven-figure budget. Now, to put that in context, Terrifier 2 was made on approximately a $250,000 budget, I think, and then raked in over $15 million at the box office. So it's obviously some people came knocking with some money, and good for them. Of course, everyone involved has promised that Art the Clown will go absolutely bonkers in the third movie. So, what can they do to up their game? I don't know, but with a significantly higher budget, I am, even without the budget, I think we could have counted on them to deliver an even more unhinged, gruesome, grotesque, demented Art the Clown. But with this budget, yeah, I think it's safe to say that we're looking at something that is probably going to blow away all expectations as far as what can be shown on the screen. I don't know. We'll see. Obviously, we're looking forward to it here on Casters of Horror. The movie is set to start filming sometime later this year for a late 2024 release, it looks like. So, yeah, that is Terrifier 3, officially official, with a much bigger budget and a bit of a time frame for release, too. So we'll be looking forward to that one. This next news story I came across caught my eye. The Breach, a Lovecraftian horror movie, executive produced by music legend Slash. This news story is from Bloody Disgusting. And yeah, so Guns N' Roses Slash has executive produced this movie and is also co-producing the score, obviously. So that's one of the big things that caught my eye. Obviously, the fact that it's a Lovecraftian horror caught my eye. But another thing is, this is based on a novel by Nick Cutter. Now, I've mentioned Nick Cutter in the past for his book The Troop, which I absolutely loved, and last I heard it was supposed to be getting adapted for a movie by James Wan. I don't know if that's still in the cards. I really, really hope it is. I loved The Troop. It was so good, so disturbing, and would just be absolutely phenomenal on screen, I think, especially if James Wan is still attached. I have read another book of his, The Deep, which was also very good, and I would love to see that one made into a film, but this is one of his that I have not read, and so I'm interested in checking it out. It tells the story of John Hawkins counting down his last days as chief of police in the tiny town of Lone Crow, nestled deep in the desolate woods of northern Ontario. But when a mangled body with uncanny wounds washes up on the shores of the Porcupine River, he's pulled into horrific mystery that defies comprehension. So it definitely sounds like a Nick Cutter story. But as for, exact details, I don't know, having not read the book, but I don't know, it's probably one of those I will be checking out, So there's only a couple of his books that I haven't gotten around to reading, but yeah, I mean, come on, a Nick Cutter story, executive produced by Slash, and it's a Lovecraftian horror. I mean, this is right up my alley for sure, so I will definitely be keeping an eye on this one. A bit of a funny story that I saw this past week. You're going to need a bigger Lego collection. Yes, and you're going to get one with this. It looks like it's official. We are getting a Jaws Lego set. Yes, Jaws the movie Lego set. This came out of the Lego Ideas program, which is basically anybody can pitch an idea to Lego, and you basically pitch it to the community, and you build through this basically a concept online and set it forth to the community to vote. And anything that gets, I think anything that gets 10,000 votes will be pushed on to the next phase of potential development. And that's the phase where, the Lego group looks at the feasibility of it and maybe looks into acquiring any rights that are necessary, which obviously were necessary in this case. But yeah, so the images we have are the mock-up images, so they're not the final, or official or anything. But the mock-up images, of course, include the boat and, of course, include the shark. So yeah, this actually looks pretty cool. So if you're into Lego, I'm into Lego. I don't know if you can see, I've got a couple sets back there. The Lego Ideas set is really cool. It kind of, lets the community get involved in the creation. But not all of them actually make it to the production phase. This one is. So, yeah, if you are interested in, if you're a Jaws fan, a Lego fan, you are about to have the ability to add something new to your display shelf. So, it looks pretty cool. I'll be dropping more information about this as it comes out. And finally, gonna wrap things up with just something kind of goofy and fun that I thought was funny. Of course, you may or may not be familiar with the General Mills Monster cereals. I have a Monster Mash box behind me. I don't know if it's visible in frame, but General Mills Monster cereals, you've got Count Chocula, Boo Berry, Frankenberry, all of which I was not allowed to eat, when I was a kid because they're monsters. But whatever, that's a different story. There have been a couple others over the years, Yummy Mummy, Fruit Brute, which are actually the same cereal, just rebranded. But it looks like this Halloween, we will be getting another new edition. We'll be getting a caramel apple cereal featuring Carmela Creeper, which is this, hip, young zombie chick, I guess. I don't know. Again, I just thought this was a funny little addition, but hey, it's monsters, and if you like the monster cereals, you'll be able to add the Caramel Apple Carmela Creeper to your collection this October, as usual. So yeah, that's all I got for movie news this week, and cereal news, and Lego news. But, whatever. It's kind of all movie related, right? Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone, and we will see you again next week for more movie news.